it with music, beautiful music. Hello, I'm Fred Miller, and this is my able assistant, Mr. Clyde, and we are here to do another lecture in song, this one about two great songwriters, one a lyricist, one a great melodist. I was born in Albuquerque, New Mexico, loved classical music as a very little kid, and then on my 13th birthday, the day the Beatles arrived in America, I turned 13, and I was sort of a halfway normal teenager. I was totally infatuated with the great rock songs of the 60s through high school. In the summer after I graduated from high school, a friend showed me an article about a big rock festival taking place in upstate New York, and we were up for an adventure, so we hitchhiked most of the way from New Mexico to the Woodstock Festival, even managed to show up very prominently in the poster. I wanted to be a musician. I knew that much getting out of high school, but I didn't want to be a classical musician. I didn't feel I wanted to be a rock musician. I went to college very briefly, traveled around the country in my VW Bug, finally ended up in Greenwich Village, and at some point somebody gave me an album of Ella Fitzgerald singing Cole Porter, and that was my music, and that's what I've been doing all these many years. Gershwin, Porter, Kern, Rogers, Berlin, Fred Astaire, Judy Garland, Ethel Merman, Frank Sinatra, Bing Crosby. Wonderful world of American popular song. They call it the Great American Songbook these days. I came up with the idea of a lecture in song, each one being a profile of a great personality or some aspect of American popular song. And I started with basically just songwriters and performers, two categories. And over the years, it expanded to 7 categories, and now I have 75 different lectures in song, each one described in detail at fredmillermusic.com. This program, I've tried to include everybody in these 75 different programs, and these are 2 guys I had to include, one a great melodist and one a great lyricist. We'll start with the melodist first, and that's Jimmy McHUGH, who's born 1894. 1969, a good Boston Irish guy, graduated from college in music, but he was in his father's was a plumber. He was expected to go into the family business, but I think he even tried flying at some point, and I think some guy got killed or something during one of his classes. So I think he maybe thought music was a safer business. He actually worked as an office boy at the Boston Opera House, and he was a rehearsal pianist for opera singers, and he worked in Irving Berlin's office in Boston as well, delivered sheet music by bicycle. And really, by the early 1920s, he was in the music business, working for Jack Mills Publishing House, and started writing songs at that point. Eventually he would be associated with the Cotton Club. He was right there in the midst of things, New York as well. And I think in his first songs is, there was a New Star in Heaven Tonight, written at the time of Valentino's unfortunate demise. Well, better known, of course, is this one here from 1924 here. When my sugar walks down the street, all the little birdies go tweet, tweet, tweet. In the evening when the sun goes down, never dark when she's around. She's so affectionate, I'll say this, when she kisses, I sure stay kiss. When my sugar walks down the street, the little birdies go tweet, tweet, tweet. The next year, 1925, another classic here. The lyricist is Clarence Gaskell. Your eyes are blue, your kisses too. I never knew what they could do. I can't believe that you're in love with me. You're telling everyone I know I'm on your mind each place you go. They can't believe that you're in love with me. I have always placed you far above me. I just can't imagine that you love me. And after all is said and done, to think that I'm the lucky one, I can't believe that you're in love with me. It was shortly after that, in 1925-26, that he was introduced to a young lyricist named Dorothy Fields, and this was the beginning of a great, great partnership. Their first big song was introduced in 1927 by Bert Lahr and Patsy Kelly, and eventually it would be also introduced in Lou Leslie's Blackbirds of 1928. Gee, but it's tough to be broke, kid. It's not a joke, kid. It's a curse. My luck is changing. It's gotten from simply rotten to something worse. Who knows, someday I will win too. I'll begin to reach my prime. Now that I see what our end is, all I can spend is just my time. I can't give you anything but love, baby. That's the only thing I've plenty of.